Hello! Welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Comic Girls Episode 6. So, last episode we were focusing mostly on Tsubasa and Koyumi. Um, let's see, Ruki and Koyumi had gone out, I believe, to go shopping, and Kaos and Tsubasa stayed home and played video games. Um, let's see. Ruki was asking Koyumi how her, I guess, about her manga and stuff, and she's going on about how since she doesn't have a whole lot of experience, with relationships, she's being told by her publishing company that her, I guess, protagonist is not very believable or relatable. Um, and she starts asking her about, what about, boyfriend or something like that. And she says, I don't have any experience with that. um, and they end up bringing or mentioning Tsubasa, who, as we know since episode 1, Koyumi has a crush on. Basically, since she saw her, I believe. Or at least since she had. Since she was working on her manga. I'm pretty sure it was since she saw her, though. And she was getting all nervous and stuttering, and she mentions, Ruki mentions that, they should go on a date to, kind of get some kind of experience. And plus, she likes her, so. And she asks, well, has Tsubasa ever, gone out with anybody? And Ruki mentions, well, no. And most of the people who do ask her end up being girls. And Koyumi asks how that usually goes. And they cut to a scene where this girl is telling her how she feels. But to Tsubasa, it comes off as she's figured out that she's a manga artist and is trying to, aggressively ask how she knows that she writes manga. But Koyumi's not going to have that issue because, she already knows that she's a manga artist since they live in the same dorms. So they end up going back to the dorm, and the, what do they call her? The lady that basically runs the place knows that they're trying to get Koyumi to ask her out. And she's walking by, and she just casually mentions that she's got these 2 tickets to a carnival or an amusement park, and she has no idea what to do with them. So Koyumi takes them, not even thinking, just yells out, "Ooh, I'll take them," and takes them. And then she's like, "Wait a second," and gets all nervous again, because that was basically her plan. Give her the tickets, and then have her ask Tsubasa out to the amusement park, which they end up going alone. Ruki and Kaos gave excuses as to why they couldn't go. Although Kaos didn't give much of an excuse. I think it had something to do with her not wanting to walk that much that day or something. I don't know. It wasn't a good excuse. That's all I remember. So they're by themselves. At least that's what they think. The others are actually there, but they're in the bushes watching them to see how it goes, including the lady who runs the dorm. So they're going on the rides and they're having a good time. They end up going on a roller coaster, which I guess Tsubasa doesn't like roller coasters, so she's freaking out on the roller coaster. But She goes, and they end up going on the. I think it's called the Ferris wheel. Yeah, the Ferris wheel. For some reason, I keep getting that confused with a carousel, but it's a Ferris wheel. Um, so they go on the carousel, not the carousel, the Ferris wheel, and Koyumi is basically telling her, like, kind of her issues with her manga, and Tsubasa is trying to give her advice, and she never actually tells her, like, how she feels. In fact, while she's on in the Ferris wheel, she's kind of, I guess, second guessing, like, whether it's actually love that she feels or something else. Although I'm pretty positive that she's, in love with her. And then they get off the Ferris wheel, and that's when they run into the others, who are trying to get details on what happened, what was going on. Then they all go home. It was a cute episode, dealing with their relationship, and I'm hoping that it progresses as the series does. Maybe Koyumi will actually tell her how she feels, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I don't think it's going to end up happening in this episode, so maybe a few episodes from now, 9 or 10. Or maybe they just never will. Who knows? That's happened before, too. But, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen in this episode. I don't know if the after credit scene is going to tie into this, because they did show a ghost in front of the haunted house at the amusement park. But I have no idea why. They never mentioned that the place was actually haunted, as far as I know. I did not see anything where they were talking about it actually being haunted. Or maybe they did, and I just missed it. I don't know. So yeah, let's get into this episode. There we go. So the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. Oh, what volume do I have this at? There we go. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.